I was the head of government delivery service. We worked so hard for 3 years to demonstrate, to bring together what government should. We were not implementers. There is only one CEO in charge of this country. And if he doesn't want to do anything, there's nothing advisors can do. Today, you don't hear CSs talking, maybe once in a while when they are pushed to go on TV, PSs, technocrats. Their work is to advise. You can only advise and hope that the big boys who came to government are able to implement. I have just said that I have a record. I have my notes even today of what we advised, of what we said should be done. Priority projects, 217. I have the number. And I can tell you today, I look at what is happening here. It is all jabbled up. Priorities went wrong. It was about a primitive accumulation of wealth. For record, I did what I could, and that's why I left government last year in January, because I saw that the kind of things we promised Kenyans will not work, and I decided I don't want to be part of a failing regime. The history and the books and the engineers, what they said, we all know. So we must put people into account when they are elected. So that's number one. Let's be very clear about excuses and all that. The only problem we have with Sakaja, he is too much into managing politics. And I believe if you work so well, even the public will be your supporters against the MCAs, who he is always afraid of. They are going to impeach him. So let's be very clear on that. But number two, the connection between policy and implementation. So what will happen next year? Are we going to get the same people who are going to be unable to implement the policies? Because policies are there. I want to promise you, like Mwalimu said, we have the best civil service, one of the best in the world. Because I've interacted with the civil servants in this Republic of Kenya, all the ministries. I go to talk to about 100 per each, the senior most engineers, if it's education, ministry, health. The problem is this. We need people, because when governments change the ball, what happens? There is some 5% that comes as president, deputy president, the PCS, for example, in this case, we have chairman of parastatus, the CEOs, the ambassadors. That team that changes, they are supposed to come with new level of thinking, some major direction shift of policy. Then those policies should be advised by the civil service, so that the civil servants can help. You come with a new thinking, the civil servants come, help you to shape it. Because you have just come, civil servants have been there for 20 years. The problem with this government, let me tell you in a nutshell what happened. The bad is that guys came from the bush, sorry to use that word, from wherever they came from. They want to come and do things completely different from what has been done since 1963. They trash all the advice of the civil servants and the technocrats. They want to come and kill health, come and kill education, come and do things in the other way, come and do housing levy, come and do, like it is the first time you are starting a country. So let me go back here. What therefore we are saying, there are people who are desirous in this country, because we had a Kibaki Dibal. We can't trash all the politicians. Kibaki was a technocrat who became a politician, whose only claim to lead was to change this country. Professor Manyora taught me at the University of Nairobi. I am a student of politics and government. I was taught by Dr. Odhiambo, may God continue resting his soul in eternal peace. His stories about devolution, stories about leadership. Now, God willing, besides doing what I'm doing for the party and the alternative government, I'm vying for Senate in Nakuru next year. Why? Because I have served in the national government, the issue of being appointed. And I think there's something we can do to drive policy. Because we are at a place where technocrats are coming with stuff. We need our serving political class who can drive policy. Let me repeat that again. The ball, we need people who can go to the ground, listen about water, about agriculture, about health, about all these kind of things. Be in a place to be sober in mind, so to be trained in both politics and government, and get the connection between the two. Not everybody can run, no. But those who can, who understands politics and government, you should go get the issues people want, be at a place where you can make policy in the Senate, National Assembly, and ensure that the executive runs those policies for the benefit of the people. I think that's what has been lacking. So that now people in government are saying, no, politicians cannot run government because they are idiotic, they don't think, they are school dropouts. The kind of a thing. I think we need a place where we need people who understand. I have been to both worlds myself. I've been an elected person. I've been both county and national government. I understand that things like what Sakaja, going back to our topic today, Dibal, go and take what has been studied since 1963. Come now as a politician because of the budgets. You are the ones to go and put the budget. So you need to understand what are the needs of Nairobi. Go put money there. So we need a governor who understands. That's what we must discuss, and that we must not lose that. So that we don't have people saying we don't need politicians. Every election, the ball comes with a new crop of political leaders, from MCA all the way to governor, to the president. President comes with a new cabinet. We need to put our weight on the quality of the cabinet people, the PSs, the chairman of parastatals, the CEOs, board members. Do they understand the connection between policy and implementation? Again, I will painfully say this, because I can tell you from where we are, don't go far. Go to Itare Dam. Not very far. Don't even go to Turkana. You may say it's a 10-year plan or a big plan. Let's go to Itare Dam in Nakuru. Go to the Kimorel and Alon. Go to the 100 dams that was supposed to be done. Listen to this. They were even in the manifesto. So what we are saying, there is everything needed to do what needs to be done. The problem is political goodwill. We elect politicians, and for that point, I agree with Mwalimu Manyora. We elect politicians who don't think, who don't come to consult the technocrats. They trash them. I will say this again for record, Iba. We went through every ministry. That's why sometimes I'm like, I don't want to keep talking, because we had the chance to literally demonstrate it can be done. Let me repeat this again. 70% of all the challenges we have in this country, right from physical planning to land to ICT to health to education to industrialization, name it, as per the number of ministries we have in Kenya that consume billions in budgets. Each one of them, we told them, give us the basic things that can be done to transform this economy. And we did that. It was a very, very difficult job, because it was never been done since independence. It has never been done. Nobody has ever gone to a ministry, sit down with the technocrats, and you discuss with them the whole day about what needs to be done. My point is this, Dibal. You asked me a very good question. Yes, all what needs to be done in this country is on paper. 70% can be done if we have a working government that simply decides to work. What is called by government, the 2% that come after every election. Once we have those ones right, the technocrats, everything is on paper. Okay? You just need to implement. So, all in my notes, Dibal, for example, the issue of Turkana, the issue of all those dams, the water out of the 100. Let me take you through it. Out of the 100 dams that were supposed to be constructed by this government for water harvesting, it has been downscaled. By the last Madaraka, I think Madaraka or Jamhuri speech, the president downgraded them to 50. None has started. Bear me witness. None will be functional by the next elections. That's what I'm saying. When I say there's no delivery, any structured development or delivery going on in this country, please believe you me. I know, because I just check my notes. I just check what we had said to be done, and nothing is happening. I just want to yield at that moment, Diban.